Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Olga is here. For those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell as well to get the latest notifications about the videos I post out there for you guys. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing this lovely set right here. This is called Chloe Morello's Beauty Haul by Ciate London Volume 2. This retails on Sephora's website for $49. And I got this a couple of weeks ago. I actually had this sitting around and then I was playing with the palette a little bit so that I could get a better impression on how it swatches, how the colors perform throughout the wear. So today, in today's video, we are going to do the swatches. I am going to create a look and basically give you all of the information, all of the 411 on this set. So this is what the unicarton looks like. This isn't just a palette. I have already taken it out from the unicarton. So this is what she looks like. It comes in this clear plastic. So what you essentially are getting is the 20-piece eyeshadow palette, and this is what the palette looks like. I'm going to open her up so you can see the shadows. So with these shadows, what you're getting is you're getting 20 eyeshadows. There are 12 shimmery shades and 8 mattes. The total weight of this palette is 30 grams. So you are getting 1.5 grams per eyeshadow. These eyeshadows and these products here are cruelty-free. This is volume 2. I do not have volume 1. I did see it online, but I didn't get it. The colors just didn't speak to me. And so I didn't want to have something that I knew I wouldn't be really enjoying or using, so hence I didn't have it. I do own another Ciate London palette. I'm going to attach the picture of that because I don't have it with me here. So going back to this set, what you are getting is, of course, the palette. You are also getting the full-size liquid liner, and this is what the liner looks like. You're getting this mini lipstick in limited edition color Sydney, and you're getting the mini mascara as well. So basically that's your set right here. We are of course going to use it and basically find out how well these products perform. Whenever I get mascaras, I always have to open them up and check the wand to see what I think of that. I have not used this product and I have not used the liquid liner, so we are going to be testing these, of course. And when I look on the back of the box to see what the shelf life is, Fireflix liner is 6-month shelf life. Mascara was a little bit tricky. It said on the box from 12 to 18 months, which I personally think anything beyond 6 you have to toss. And you don't even have to necessarily keep track of them. I think you will know once you see that the product becomes really sticky and thick. You will know that it's time to toss. The palette itself, the eyeshadows are good for 24 months. So I am going to be swatching in my typical fashion. I always prime my arm with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. In between swatches, I clean it in this color switch pen. I swatch with the e.l.f. brush. I do first the finger swatch followed by the brush swatch. Let's go ahead and see how they perform and then we'll be right back. have a color Soul right here. This color, I was really expecting to see something beautiful. In the pen, it looks like a beautiful deep green color. But when I was swatching it with the finger, it kind of had really weak pigment, I would say. It kind of looked gray, and then when I tried with a brush, it looked like nothing. I re-swatched it off camera just to see, maybe I didn't pick up enough product on the brush and maybe that's why it didn't perform well, but regardless of that, it still did not perform. So I'm just a little bit disappointed. I was really hoping to see some kind of miracle with this color right here. So of course, without further ado, I am going to start applying the eyeshadow. So of course I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion right here. Just going to put some of this on. I will go into the color Cocoa. Now I'm going to just spread this all over my lid. Creates kind of like a canvas. I'm going to go into the color Copper right here. I will put this into my crease and then I will deepen it with this color Maroon right here. So I'm kind of basically going back and forth in my crease. I have to admit, I kind of went a little bit crazy on this side and I put way too much product on this side, but that's okay. I'm just going to grab the Sephora blending brush and I'm going to diffuse this craziness. Kind of went with a heavy hand. What I like to do is when you are in a situation like this, just do circular motions, and then you can do this back and forth motion and basically blending it upward. The trick here is like really spending your time with blending and doing small circular motions, and that really is supposed to make things kind of look much better blended, look like each color is flowing into another color and everything just looks like a better pulled together look. Now into that color Maroon with another Wayne Goss brush. And I'm basically going to deepen the crease and also focus on the outer corners of my eyes. Also, what I like to do when I put the eyeshadows on is, the idea here is to make sure you hold the brush in this fashion, so don't do it like this because then you will be like blending down, but hold your brush like so. In a way it kind of looks awkward, but you're really supposed to do something like this, and then you know you're working upward. And again, you could do like this tick-tock motion back and forth, and then you could be using this small circles motion to blend your colors together. Going to use a little bit more here on the corners. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to use this teensy little brush. This one I absolutely love for my lower eyelid area because it's so small I can easily tuck it into the corner. And I'm going to go into the color Copper again. And we're just kind of tucking it right here. Also, when you do your eyeshadows, and this is what I notice a lot, is that people tend to neglect this area right here. And I, like when I'm in a hurry and before when I was not, you know, really doing makeup or whatnot, I would neglect this area right here. But it turns out that you really kind of need to fill that in, because you, in order to make this all tied in together, you're sort of like creating a storyline, and you need to tie in logically what you have created here, because then if you kind of neglect this area right here, then right here it will look like you have a lot going on and there is nothing at the bottom. And to be honest with you, like when I started doing all of this, I used to be so afraid. I thought that I'm going to look crazy, you know, if I have a lot of the eyeshadow going on right here. But then it actually looks really nice. I mean, and the other thing is, even though this seems like a very small area to work with, there is a lot of real estate there. So it's really good idea to detail. It's kind of like this. You by all means, you can do whatever you want in makeup. These are not hard rules. They're just guidelines and recommendations. This is the beauty of makeup. Everybody can use it to however they feel they like and express themselves however they want. But like, the bottom line is that if you kind of spend your time and do the detailed work, it will all kind of come together at the end. This beautiful color gold right here, nice one. So normally I apply the glitter glue before this step, but I can't locate it at this moment, so we're just going to see how it applies. And actually, without the glitter glue, without Fix Plus in my hands right now, pretty good. I mean, it's not that intense, but this is pretty okay. I mean, this is not that half bad. I'm going to go into the color Halo right here, and I will put it here at my brow bone. Oh, this is really intense. Again, I took way too much product. That's okay, that's okay. We can make this work. This is actually a beautiful highlighting color. I mean, look at that. This is very, very pretty. Very pretty. I'm going to go into the color Platinum, and I'm gonna tuck her right in here. This is really intense. And what this does, it sort of wakes up your eye. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this blending brush again and kind of blend everything nicely to get rid of the harsh lines, whatever else is going on here. What I can tell you from working with these eyeshadows is that you don't need to go in with a heavy hand, because, like, as we have observed, I grabbed way too much product, and then you will have a lot of fun trying to blend it out. So you can really, with the mattes, do not go with a heavy hand. You're gonna have a lot more, and then you would have to be blending all of that out. Liquid lipstick. And it actually, my goodness, it smells really nice. Normally, I do not like, okay, so for me, if the liquid lip or lip gloss has a sweet, tacky, buttery smell, I tend to then smell it on me all day long. But this has a very nice flowery scent, but it's not annoying. So let's see how it does. Usually what I like to see is after putting them on, I like the smell to dissipate, but sometimes it stays with you, and that's what I don't like. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is like pretty normal nude liquid lip, and I happen to like it. I don't know. I didn't really have to go in a second dip, but then I thought, well, let me just try to see if I can intensify it. Yeah, I do like it. I do like it. Let's just hope that the smell goes away, because even though I like the smell, when I first open the product, when I smell it. The composite is very nice, the wand is very nice and manageable. This is short thing, it's easy to work with, but I just don't want to be tasting it on the inside of my mouth all day long. So we will see how it goes. Here, there's that liner. Ah, there we go. So here's that. Ooh, and it has a shrink wrap on it. How interesting. Okay, so I'm going to have to, because this one I haven't tried. Seriously? Just kidding. It kind of reminds me of the drugstore packages. What were they thinking? That somebody was gonna like, what? Try it and then what? So when something is sold individually, I understand, I guess, but then this is very annoying. I mean, this is very thin, annoying shrink wrap. Because by all means, we have to try and do the winged eyeliner with this. I don't know if this is gonna be a shiny finish or matte. I really hope that it's going to look matte, because I cannot talk tonight. I do not like when my eyeliner is shiny. There's a couple of reasons for that. I don't see well, so when I'm applying a product, I prefer when it dries quickly, because if it's shiny, it's hard for me to control and see. There we go. I just kind of like to get a feel for these things when I work with them first, so let's see what happens. Oh, this is so scary. I mean, look at this. This is like a hairy kitty cat beast. I'm going to try to tame this. And let me see. I forgot to check this. Yep, it does pull out some product. Not a lot, but I mean, this by itself is a scary beast. Okay, so pretty much we are done with the eyes, and I just need a little bit of something to glow. I'm going to go into this Inglot highlight. What is this with me tonight? I seem to be putting a lot more product than I need. Ooh. Yeah, we are going to glow today. This is intense, very intense. But I just needed, with this eye look, it's so intense. I just needed some pick-me-up type of thing, you know? And this seemed like it did the trick. Okay, so now that we are set, look is done. I want to say a couple of things about these products and then give you my verdict. I would say you can survive without this mascara. This wand is very hard to work with for me. Couple of reasons, and it's possible that maybe because I don't see well, it's hard for me to work with this wand. I prefer something more delicate. I love my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. It's easier to work with that when you're trying to work with your lower lashes, because when I was applying this, I literally had to like say a silent prayer, because I was really worried I will bump the wand and just have a mess. This product right here, it's a little bit drying to my lips. Like I can kind of feel like somewhat like chapped lips. The smell is kind of still there, so is the taste. I don't like it. I do like the color. So this product, I I don't know. It's very basic. It's a very basic liquid lip, so you could probably get something of equal or even better quality and value at the drugstore. But because it comes as a set, it's kind of hard to tell the individual pricing on these things because they all came together. With their eyeliner, let me just see how it dried. It's somewhat shiny. I don't know. It's manageable. You can work with it, and it's actually okay. It was pretty easy for me to work with, but it dried and it's a little bit shiny. It's not as matte as I like them to be. So let's go ahead and focus on the palette. The palette I would approve because majority of these colors work. There is one dot right here, and it's this one right here, the sole. It just does not perform neither with finger nor with a brush. It's just not pretty. I don't know, maybe on my skin tone it's not pretty, but I was expecting something more out of it, and it just doesn't do that. But majority of the colors in this palette work just fine, especially the top row has really impressed me. And I mean, I was not expecting much out of this top row, and it has really exceeded my expectations. These colors right here in the middle rows look beautiful as well. Now, I've seen this in the other channels and videos when people say that when they get a palette, it's kind of hard to see which colors you can pair together and what colors are best paired together. This is what I do for me. When I get overwhelmed and when I look at the palette and I don't know exactly how to pair them, I always try to remember the color wheel. So if you don't have a color wheel, you can get that at the craft store. You can actually download it as an app. You can pull it up online and just look at it. Basically, it will tell you what colors are opposite of each other, and that will give you an idea of which colors will complement each other. Also, if that doesn't really work for you or you don't really find it helpful, what I like to do is look at, when you get a palette like this, do not look at it as a whole thing. Look at it as quad. You know, so like for example, right here, you have these four colors right here, and they all look like they could really complement each other. So here you could have your highlighter. So right here you could use this color to tuck into your crease. You can then deepen it with this color. You can use this color right here to put in the center of your lid, and you can use this highlight right here, this really highlighting color, to either tuck it in the corners of your eyes, or you can use it as a brow bone highlight. And then you can kind of go further and look at it as this is a quad. Right here you have your greens, you have your browns. You then go up here, you can see your quad right here. You could do something with the reds. And then you can look at this one right here. This would make a beautiful quad. So again, you could then use this color as your transition shade. Then go in with this deeper color to tuck in the corner of your lid. Into the outer corner of your lid, excuse me. Use this color for your crease. Use this color also for your lower eyelid. Then put this color, this golden, in the middle. That's what we did today in this look. So again, you can kind of look at the colors and try to separate them from the main picture and just look at it as a quad, or maybe row by row. That is pretty much how some of these palettes are organized. And sometimes they don't look organized, sometimes they're scattered, like the Saint and Sinner Kat Von D palette. I mean, that one is like all over the place. So for that, I would recommend using the color wheel and just finding combinations that work for you. But majority of these palettes, when they're linear like that, when they come in squares and when they come in rows, you can kind of look at them as a quad or a row and see what works for you. So usually those colors will complement each other. So with all of that said, guys, I want to say the following. If this was sold separately, I would definitely buy it. It's sold as a set. I could live without these components of the set. I mean, I don't really care for this. The mascara is a so-so. The wand just doesn't work for me. This box does come with these instructions, but they're so tiny. I don't even think that a person with normal vision will appreciate reading them. I mean, who does that? So to me, that was kind of like a waste. They could have put a better book if they wanted to give you like an insert or give you an idea of how to use it. I want to say that I want to approve this palette. So for the palette alone, I approve the palette, but I do not approve this as a whole set. I do not find that this is a valuable purchase for you as a whole set. The set retails for $49, and honestly, I think it's a lot. And again, if they sold the palette separately, I would gladly buy it separately, and that would be it. So for the palette alone, I am going to say that this is approved, but not as a whole set. So with all of that said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you all in my next video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, do check my description. I put information where you can purchase this stuff at Sephora, for instance. I also try to put useful information down there in the description bar. Also, do leave me your questions and comments in the section down below. If you have any kind of a particular brand or product that you would like me to review, please let me know. I will gladly go get it and review it for you guys. I do like providing most useful and detailed information that there is on these products. And again, I will see you all in my next video, guys. I love you. Bye!